Good morning, my dear students. Once again, I welcome all of you in my online class. I am sure you all of you are keeping fine, dear students. So far, I have given 3 videos in this chapter. This is the 4th video. What happened in the previous video, I would like to give the link so that you will get back the story. In the previous video, we have seen where Amandine has accepted her fault and she has said sorry to Yannick. So we have seen that both of them have reconciled each other, and Amandine tells Yannick that my dad hardly scolded me. He scolded only then when I really did something seriously mistakes. This is what Amandine says to Yannick. Now let us see what happens ahead. We will read the textbook from the paragraph 18 onwards. I lay awake all night, my mind racing. Somehow I was going to make it all right again and make Amandine happy. So here Yannick is somehow very much disturbed because he has seen the tears in his cousin sister. It is disturbing him a lot, and therefore that night Yannick is very much disturbed and he is not able to sleep. Whole night he thinks of the solution, what he can do by which Amandine would be happy again. This is what Yannick is thinking whole night. Soon I had worked out exactly what and how to do it, even what I was going to say when the time came. That night, Yannick had searched the solution, what he wanted to do, and by which Amandine would be happy once again. Next morning, I didn't go for my walk in the hills, but made my way down through the village towards the Chetur. It was the routine for Yannick to go for his daily walk every day, but next day he does not go for his walk, rather he makes his way towards the Chetur. He goes towards the village. I waited till there was no one about, and as he goes ahead, he did not stop till he did not find anyone on his way. I climbed the gates easily enough and then ran down through the trees. Now, he tells that he climbs the shutter of the gate and he goes ahead, he crosses the trees. Means he is in the forest right now. They are surrounded by the vast and threatening forest. On all sides was the old man with very little hair who had come to the inn. Now, as he goes, he says that the forest is very thick and it threatens Yannick. Somehow is scared in this forest, and as he goes ahead, he finds one old man who had very little hair in his head, and he remembers that this is the one who had come to our inn for his dinner along with his friends. He was sitting alone on the steps in the sunshine and sketching. This man was sitting on the staircase and he was sitting and drawing over there under the sunshine. I approached as silently as I could. He raised to this man very silently without disturbing him, but somehow I must have disturbed him. But Yannick thinks somehow, as I have come towards this man, it has disturbed him a lot. He looked up, shading his eyes against the sun. Now, this old man is, because it is very sunny, therefore he is shading his eyes and looking towards this boy, one who has come to see him. "Hello, young man," he said. Here, this old man tells this boy, "Hello, young man." He's addressing, here young man is told to Yannick, a young little boy. Now that I was this close to him, I could see he was indeed very old. Now Yannick is almost very close to this man, and he could see that this man was very old. This man is very old. But his eyes were young, bright, and searching, and as he was painting, he could see the curiosity, the energetic in him. He had the great desire for painting even in his old age. This is what Yannick finds in him. Being an old man, he has still that desire, enthusiasm to paint, for the sketching. "Are you Monsieur Cézanne, the famous painter?" Monsieur means, in France, people give title for Mr. Cézanne. Monsieur means Mr. "Are you Mr. Cézanne, the great famous painter?" This is what Yannick says. I asked. He seemed a little puzzled, so I went on, but he looked very confused as he asked, "My mother says you are the greatest painter in the world." And here Yannick also tells this young man that even my mother has told that you are the greatest painter in this world. He smiled and then laughed. This old man starts smiling and then he laughs at Yannick. "I think your mother's probably right," he said. And here old man accepts that, of course, your mother is right. You clearly have a wise mother. But why did she let a young lad like you come wandering here on his own? So here old man tells that you have a very bright mother, very clever mother, but I can't understand why did she leave you like this, as you have raced over here wandering. I can't understand why did your mother leave you like this, is what old man says. I explained why I had come and what I wanted. So here Yannick has narrated everything that what happened on the previous day. He looked at me with furrowed brows and said, this old man looks in the confusion and says, "I remember you now from last night." So here old man recalls back the memory of the previous day. He says that, yes, I remember you because I have seen you at that inn where you have served me. This is what old man says. Of course, I'll draw another picture for Bruno. What would he like? Now this old man is ready to paint for Uncle Bruno. So he asked this Yannick, what would he like? What should I paint for him? No, better still, what would you like? Leave, leave about Uncle Bruno. Let me ask, what would you prefer? What should I paint for you? This is what old man says to Yannick. I like sailing boats. I said, can you do boats? Now, Yannick tells that I like sailing boats. Can you draw sailing boats for me? I'll try, he replied with a smile. This man is very happy. He is ready to draw sailing boats for Yannick. It didn't take him long. He drew fast, never once looking up. Within no time, this old man sketched sailing boats, and it did not take much time for him to paint. But as he worked, he asked me about where I had seen sailing boats, about where I lived in Paris. He said he loved Paris and sailing boats too. So as he was painting, he goes on asking questions to Yannick that where did you see the sailing boats and where did you live in Paris? And he tells that even I loved the sailing boats. This is what old man says to Yannick. There, he said, tearing the sheet from his sketchbook and showing me. Now, this old man has drawn, he has sketched the 4 sailing boats, and he tears the sheet and hands over to Yannick. What do you think? 4 sailing boats were racing over the sea, out and beyond a lighthouse, just as I had seen them in Brittany. But I saw he had signed it Picasso. Here, this old man had done his drawing exactly what he had seen in the Brittany, that these 4 sailing boats were racing towards the sea over the lighthouse, just as he had seen it in the Brittany. But Yannick wonders because as he has drawn this, as he has sketched these 4 sailing boats, at the end he writes his name as Picasso. But I saw he had signed it Picasso. So far, Yannick is considering this man as Mr. Cezanne. But he just wonders because this man writes in his sketching where he has drawn these 4 sailing boats, he writes his name as Picasso. So Yannick is wondering, I thought your name was Cezanne, I said. Here Yannick tells, so far I was considering that you are Mr. Cezanne. This is what Yannick says. He smiled up at me. How I wish it was, he said sadly. Then he added, off you go now. He smiled at Yannick and says, how I wish it was. I wish it was. I wish that I would have been Cezanne. He humbles himself, being a great painter of the 20th century. He humbles himself and is ready to accept himself as Mr. Cezanne. But he says sadly. Then he added, off you go now. Then he says to Yannick that you can go now. So, dear students, I have explained completely this chapter. If you have any doubts regarding anything, you revise the video and go through, see it again and again till you understand. I am sure you have enjoyed my online class and you have understood this chapter very clearly. I wish you all the best. Thank you.